The They Live review. Oh man, another fucking great one.
Sorry, but yeah. By the way, I'm not just gonna train people in Mortal Kombat. You want Street Fighter, Tekken, Smash Bros, anything? Seriously. That's it. Okay, I'm done.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So let's talk about They Live. Oh my goodness, another fucking. What was that now?
Ultimate, yeah.
Ultimate.
You don't gotta pay me either.
I do just support you.
10 a month. It's easy, right? Like that's like I figure because I'm not gonna do $1 a month like most people do, because that's a little too low for training people taking time. So 10 a month.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
Yeah, They Live is Roddy Piper. Is that his first movie, or am I thinking of something else?
That's his
Oh,
first.
no.
It is?
That was his first movie that he was the main character. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Before we get into They Live, we got another comment from Matt. I haven't seen that one. I have seen that one. You're going to love this review. So let's get into this. First of all, this has been confirmed. Yeah, it's Roddy Piper's first film. I was so invested in him in that opening scene. It was ridiculous. John Nada is a bad. Roddy Piper's just a fucking badass to begin with.
Yeah, like to add to that, there's two like old school movies that a lot of people like hold like up here.
Yep.
Which is They Live and The Thing. Like,
yeah,
it's always like when they say they love The Thing, they also say they love They Live. It's always like a combo. I've noticed that.
John Carpenter in it, so.
Yep.
Yeah. It's always a John Carpenter thing. Like, and you know what? I'm gonna say this now. Fuck Halloween.
Wow, that was controversial.
Fuck Halloween. You know,
wow.
The Thing was much better. Like the way he directed it in his style. Like the first Halloween, yes, very good, very iconic.
You're talking about the ones after that.
After that, like Halloween 2 was okay.
Season of the Witch is my favorite.
That's okay. You know, it's not bad, but it's okay. You know,
I said a controversial statement right here.
The Thing is up here. Halloween series down here.
It got worse and worse and worse as Carpenter got power.
Halloween is what it is. It's Michael Myers and all. I mean, it's like Friday the 13th. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah, it's like okay, so like Michael Myers being iconic. I never got it. I never understand it to this day. But you know what? I'm not gonna shit on it. I'm not gonna hate on it because you know it's still great. It's still good. It just to me personally,
yeah.
The Thing, even the fucking remake with all the girls, dude. Like even that was all right. Like compared to Halloween to me.
Oh, we already have. What did Matt say? It's
Halloween is decent.
Depending on which Halloween.
Yeah, because if you want to watch fucking Halloween with LL Cool J or Busta Rhymes or whatever, who the fuck?
Oh, I'm not talking about that.
Was it Trick or Treat, motherfucker? Whatever he says.
Oh, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about zombie abortions.
Window, yeah. That was Halloween Resurrection. See, Halloween H2O.
Yeah,
those two.
I mean H2O. You know what? People don't give H2O enough credit.
It wasn't too bad. Josh Hartnett and it was.
That returned the formula. It was good.
Yeah, I agree.
And you know, like I have all these people like, that's not a good film. I'm like, these people are watching like Halloween 6, so the one with the inbred cult fucking story, like, and they think that's good. Satanic, like evil, like runes and resurrection. Like, come on, man.
The one with the little, I find it kind of. I know we're going on a tangent here, people, but I find it kind of odd that little girl that was in 5 and subsequent to that
when she grew up.
Oh my goodness, these fucking
I'm gonna say this, dude. I'm gonna say this.
No, go ahead.
She grew up to be a very beautiful woman.
Oh God, yeah, I knew that. Oh yeah. Jesus Christ.
But you know what? These guys got like obviously, like on the internet is fucking crazy, and people got real thirsty over it. So then that ruined it for me too. Now I'm saying that she's not that hot. You get me? Like,
I was just blown away on that. I was like, okay. I mean, hey, to each his own.
When you think of Halloween, though, you think of the score, don't you? The musical intro to Halloween. It's so
I would say that. You know what? They Live had incredible music.
Yes.
As you start the film, the whole music was great. And you saw the camera pans and it says they live on the wall, and it's brilliant. The whole music scene, just the theme tune to
exactly
absolutely brilliant.
I wrote in my main notes about that. Go ahead.
But again, though, nobody gives like the Thing soundtrack any credit. It was solid. If you go back and watch it, it was fucking solid.
Yeah, it was nice and slow to start the film because that, we see Roddy Piper with a backpack walking.
Yep.
Trying to find a job, and it.
Wrote that in my notes.
Actually, yeah, that's good.
I wrote that in my contemporaneous notes. John Nada, a drifter, arrives. I didn't even know it was L.A. I did not know.
You didn't know it was L.A.?
See, the way they fucking built it up, I thought it was like a nowhere city.
Oh no,
but
it was Los Angeles.
Yeah, it was Los Angeles.
They made it like popular. Like
I wrote looking for work, and then he kind of discovers that. What happened?
He was looking for work. You remember him going in and looking at like different jobs on the slip, doesn't he? Trying to sort of get something somewhere.
A drifter. And then he realized, and I wrote down, then he starts realizing that we're under the power of aliens.
Oh, you're going too fast.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Talk
He
about
builds it.
How we met people being on a building site. How.
Yep.
How it sort of came to be. How he got into the camp before he met the people in the church.
Yep.
The sunglasses and trying to dissect the TV channel so they can get their message.
The TV was the thing that tipped him off because Roddy was glued in on the TV about all this conspiracy shit. And everyone's like, "Oh, this is just bullshit."
You guys,
blah blah blah.
You guys want to know a fun fact? You know that Devil May Cry had a remake in like 2013. It looked like shit to a lot of people, but that was actually like the story was heavily inspired by They Live, and that's what actually like got it like. That's why it made the money it did.
I believe
a lot of money, good reviews because like. Combat was solid, and you're living in a world like that in that game.
Saints Row ripped it off, didn't they?
Did they?
Saints Row, fuck yeah, they ripped it off. Fuck.
It was good.
Go ahead, boys.
Let's put it this way: like the whole film was slow to a point, but it was good slow, wasn't
Exactly. I wrote that in my notes.
I understand the story.
I wrote that in my notes. The story about him realizing that we're being controlled. I'm just gonna say it right now by the man really fucking that hit me. That hit me. I was like, yeah.
And don't forget, it had the longest fight scene at that time.
I'm gonna cause some controversy with that. I'm gonna wait for Don about that one, but I'm gonna cause some controversy with that. I will not say that's my favorite scene. I love that scene. There's been parodies of it. South Park is the best one. The cripple fight with the thing with Jimmy and Timmy, that was.
It might not be your favorite scene, but for what it was
really good. It was really good.
It was the longest fight scene ever in a film. At that point, obviously it's been surpassed now.
I'm going to get into it when we get into the Roddy. What I saw this morning about Roddy. Do you know it took 2 months to choreograph that fight scene?
I'm not surprised because
between him and I don't know who the actor is that played him, but between him and that guy, it took 2 months to fucking choreograph that shit. That big scene. Obviously, I wrote Roddy is just so fucking good as John, dude. He's just.
You're talking about Keith David.
Keith David, there you go. Him and Keith David had to do that shit for 2 months, man. Choreograph that shit. I like I said, Roddy is just such a fucking awesome actor, dude.
And don't forget,
he nailed it well.
It was so fucking good. I believed him. I believed this wasn't bullshit. I was like, wow.
But the whole story was great. I mean, him finding the glasses in that church.
Yeah.
Realizing what was going on in the church and trying to explain it to Keith David's character, and it was. No, man, I want a job. I got to sort my family out. Don't forget, Keith David's family in the movie wasn't there. He was sending them money.
Yeah. Everyone's going to say their favorite quote is I came to chew bubblegum and kick ass, right?
Yeah, that's the most popular one.
My favorite is when he's in the fucking bank and he looks at that fucking one guy that's stooging on him. He goes, Mama, don't like tap tails.
I always spin it around. like when I'm playing online, I spin it on. I came here to chew bubble gum and eat ass, and I'm all out of
my
ass.
God.
Like,
Everyone says that. I there's a couple of them that I like, and that's one of them. But I still love that one where he just looks at that dude. And he goes, "Mama don't like tattletales."
so I say that shit all the time. So like one time I was all like, I came here to chew bubble gum and eat ass. I'm all out of bubble gum, and dude's like, oh, what the fuck? I'm like,
So
That's
Still
the point.
Jim, you can
reaction out of him.
you have to, man. And I didn't know this. That again, watching the Roddy documentary, he had a fucking book that he gave John Carpenter of all the interviews he did. He wrote it down. That was in it.
I heard
And
about
Carpenter said use it.
Well, yeah, it's like fucking wrestling performers like that. They have to work on the fly. They have to snap the finger, like improvise. So it's no wonder why.
Matt, are you talking about what he
He
said
said,
about?
"Oh, Donnie, eat ass and chew bubble gum." That's what he's
I knew
talking
that it was
about.
hitting at that.
I don't say that shit on stream. I will not lie to you guys. I
You're
don't,
obviously doing it now.
well, now, but that's my first time. Usually, it's at like when tournaments in person were a thing. That's what I would do just to ease tension.
You also got to realize he left WWF at the time to make the film. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He had to quit WWE to make that film. That's what Ventura did with Predator.
Yeah, but Ventura became a fucking greedy politician, right?
Yeah,
And he died. He didn't last that long in Predator.
This might be a hot take, but Jesse Ventura's like a fucking fake woke dude.
I'll save that when we hit the wrestling. I want you to just go all out and express what you got to say.
Like no political shit, but the guy's like makes so much fucking money and he's like speaking on all this crap. Like that's
No.
every fucking person that makes a lot of money. They think they know shit and they don't know what it's like for us. That's it.
It's
That's it.
funny
That's
to
it.
me
That's it.
that we got Matt again.
Wait, move that hide thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Only on someone else's stream. No, that's not true. That's not true.
Which I find funny because this movie's
It is
completely
true.
political. My favorite scene, again, we were talking about the fight scene. My favorite scene is when he's discovering that they're fucking aliens. And I think I told Chris this. It's the scene where he noticed the money. When it says, "This is your God," I was like, I can relate to that fucking shit.
And Devil May Cry has something like that. That remake, it has something with like the soda or the energy drinks,
Yeah.
and it does that. It does that. It takes you into that world where it's like you have to drink this to revitalize yourself. And like the main character's like he kicks the shit. And he's all like, "What's wrong with y'all?"
That
He's
was
like, "They're controlling you."
that was my favorite scene in the movie. My final thoughts about this movie, I'll tell you right now. The story is true today as it was back then in the early 80s. You know, the social order and the fucking capitalism, selfishness, greed, bullshit. You know, it's still as true as it is today, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not going to
John Carpenter knew.
do, and I'm not going to get into this, and I will say this right now, and I'm leaving it at that. This channel is not political, but from 2006, right? 2016, fuckhead got the ex person. No, 2016. What was it? 2016. Asshole was Gustavo was in, from 2016 to 2020. We lived under that bullshit in America. I ain't gonna mention the former jack off.
Nothing's fucking changed. Everything's all capitalism bullshit.
It got better.
I'm trying to show you.
I'll say this: it got better when Biden got involved. So, and I'm leaving it at that. But yeah, we did 4 years of that bullshit. And all I can say is this: Roddy was one of the, not only just a great fucking wrestler, but one of, in my opinion, a good actor. Obviously, They Live got 5. From my scale, from 1 to 5, They Live got 5. We are on a roll today, gentlemen.